Good afternoon, guys. It's Jenny here from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. Monthly share this month, this time on the video of my April pages in my daybook. I'll also end with some unexpected surprise and some lovely bits for my journal moving forward from this little gift here. But I'll explain as I go along and I'll share at the end. So, started out here just because I love the spread really. This is my Katie Daisy from the Katie Daisy Planner. This is the monthly overview. Yes, this is the monthly overview. And I've done it sort of concertinaed it, and then I did some not faux stitching, actual stitching around the inside and around this Daphne's diary card postcard that I really love, because I didn't really want this journal to be alligator mouth, but I think it's going to be, to be fair. I decided April I didn't want to add too much bulk, so I added faux stitching and some stitching as well. So I started off with these printables from Temu. I've used throughout the whole journal, and I thought this was a lovely one, just because of the daisies. It's kind of early spring. I love that. And then this one I just like because the stormy skies, and it is traditionally quite showery. It's quite showery, so I've popped that in there. These are both pockets should I wish to add some bits and pieces, probably things that I like, cards or letters that I need to pay attention to. I'll pop them in during the month. This is a little bit of fabric that I picked up from our local the Makery in our local community cafe. Remember, I picked up a few bits just for my spring journal, and I just love the colours. And all I've done is I've backed it onto this is a page. These are both pages from my vintage home book. I actually have used this image before in it might have been a book for my Bible notes and study back in the day. I had two journals I named Imagine the Time, and I think there are quite a few pages of that in one of those. Anyway, and I've just popped these little bits in here because I think I might use them at some point. I just love them. I haven't used them yet. So yeah, so what I did is I basically have used different bits of pages from the book, and then I've done a little bit of faux stitching. I've glued them in and I've inked them. I've done a little bit of faux stitching around just so it looks as though they've been stitched together, kind of a bit patchworky. So yes, I love that. This is a little bit of this is onto a Daphne's diary page on the back there. I've just washied these in at the moment, washied it in because I'll probably flip it up. I might flip it up and journal underneath it, I'm not sure. But that's what I decided to do with that. This is a piece of fabric that I've had probably for a couple of years. Might have been from a stash of fat quarters from, they're not vintage, now let me think, from Hobbycraft, I think, a few years ago. But I thought it went really well with this beautiful postcard of like a kind of a cottagecore vibe, and I love the colours, and I just stuck it onto the back of an envelope from the Marlowe postcards that my friend bought me. Yeah, they're just a lovely colour. And then on the back of that, I just again I just take that in to flip up. That's again from the same sort of daisy collection of postcards. And then I just added a little bit of this cut off on the side there, kind of ties it all in. I really liked that. This was from the Temu haul as well. This was the coffee shop pages. This is from just a sticker pack that I picked up, and then I just layered. This is lots of, let me think, Daphne's diary. That's from the vintage home book, vintage home, Daphne's diary, Daphne's diary planner as well. And I just layered them up. Made a Franken page with those because I just thought that would look nice to do that. Now what's this? Yeah, a little sticker on the side there. I love that. Just the way it brings out the kind of bright red-ish. Kind of does, doesn't it? This was from the Enid Blyton Nature Walk book, and I think I may go in during the month and just colour this in, or maybe just do it with some watercolour pencils and do a little bit of a wash over the top. I'm looking forward to that. Did I? And that's not, no, that isn't a, this is like from a, no, I can't remember which book it was. It was the, I can't remember. It's sort of like a page from, an end page from a book that I've, oh, and I love that, just by the way. And then what I did was that real? Yes, I basically did a little bit of stitching around this little piece. It's from that little pocket. Yeah, from that little pocket. Anyway, on the first, second page, yeah. I think it's from that, isn't it? Yes, a little piece from that. And then just sort of popped it on there. I glued it, did I sew it on? No, I sewed the piece of fabric and I glued the piece of fabric onto the page. This is from the Granny Chic book, I think. Gorgeous. And I did actually do some real stitching. That's, I took a little time out one afternoon, did some real stitching. Really, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be to do it in situ. Usually you'd think about it first and stitch the page first, but I thought it went really nicely with that kind of that vibe. And that was actually part of the page design, the stitching, and I just thought I'd replicate it. I loved that. That doesn't belong there. And then this is a page from the Enid Blyton book, The Nature. And I basically, now that is faux, that's just with a bit of pen. And I just thought I'd reflect it across. I really like this. Is the Wild Arum. This is from the Enid Blyton book, and again, I'd like to go in. I was thinking also I'd like to do a bit of blackout poetry, if I can, with some of these pages, but that's for another day. That's for another day. Might turn the camera on to do that if I get the chance to. This again is from the coffee shop pages from Temu, which I absolutely love. I absolutely adore these, and I've just used some of these for just to kind of what's the word, alter a journal for my brother. He's decided he'd like to do a little bit more journaling, you know, in something nice, and so he ordered himself a lovely little journal, and I added some of these pages. Because it kind of sets the mood, doesn't it, for, it kind of sets the mood for a relaxing journal session. It's not too feminine either. I do these both the same? Oh yeah, that's not fashion. I just love them. Anyway, and I think I put one of these on the very beginning of his journal. So as soon as he opens it up, that's what he sees, and his name underneath. Yeah, stamped. I just thought that, because that's lovely. Again, it kind of puts you in the zone of, right, I'm going to start my journaling. Let's chill. So I really like that. This is from that book that I've had about, is it the Reader's Digest one? The Reader's Digest one I've had for a while, about English countryside, or, anyway, it's beautiful. And I've had lots of pages from it. And again, I've just decided to do a little bit of faux stitching on this side. Just added a little sticker here just to pull down, or a sticker here and a sticker there, just to echo that red, that little butterfly on the image. I thought I like the way that draws the eye. This is from my my Spring Podium Fig yeah, selection, and I just love the colours. And it's nice because, you know, it's part of spring, and I thought I'd pop that in there. I might just leave it like that. I might journal around, but I like the way it's reflected the colours on here. And I actually haven't started using them yet. I've still, because I reordered some of the spruce, I think it was. So I'm busy using that. That's gorgeous. It's such a sort of from the winter collection. But yeah, one's called Dandelion, I think. Would you believe it? Let's have a look. Looking forward to those. Just to the side, really. But I'm so excited about peppermint and eucalyptus. I think that's from the spring. Sea fennel and salt, and lemon and marjoram. Where have I got dandelion from? I don't know. Anyway, looking forward to that immensely. Starting to use those. Anyway, this is a page. Again, I've used some of these. That's from the Granny Chic book, I think, as is that one. And I did like a Franklin page of that because I really loved layering up. This is from another page. I love this. I love that. And that was from a different page again, just layered up. And I wanted to echo this page here, which is, this was from a Daphne's Diary poster. You know, you get like a poster in each magazine. Now I can't remember which one, but I love the blue on the earthenware, and I love the pop of red with the chilies. Absolutely love it. It's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. And so I thought that's why I inked the edges on this on red. I love the little pinny. I really love this page. I really love it. Kind of folded that over and then decided to do some of the fabrics that I bought from the Makery. Did just a little banner, chucked that in, and I thought that looked nice. Goes with this here. This is from that book about the countryside as well. This is a book I've had for ages. I've got several copies of this one, several copies, and you'd probably see them, you'd recognise them from my different projects through the years. I quite like that. This is from the cookbook year. Cookbooks year. I was speaking about last month, and I've used a lot of these for covers for my journals, but I thought this is in April. Yes, it was in April. I love the stormy skies, and I thought that looked nice on there. Layered up on the back of is that Daphne's Diary? No, this is the back of a vintage home book. Vintage home, I think. Then we've got this. I just had it in my stash from Katie Daisy. I pulled it out from my Katie Daisy diary planner. I don't know. I can't remember if it's this year's or last year's, to be fair. I placed it in here because I knew I wanted to use it at some time during the spring. These are some older stickers, botanical stickers that I'd forgotten I had. And they were a nice size, and I thought I'd pop those in. I've used this before, and I love it. This page from Vintage Home, and I decided to, did I tear it out? I don't know what happened there. I had a bit of a mare, but anyway, so I decided to just go through with some faux stitching. Drawn on. These are also it's faux stitching. It's drawn on, and I picked up a couple of colours because I used my Sarasa inks. I love those. I use the vintage colours, and I also use this. They've got like a pack of colours, but there's a couple of sort of orangey pinks that I really like to use that I can't find in that range. So I bought a couple from W.H. Smith's. Or in our area, W.H. Smith has now changed to T.J. Jones, is it? I don't know if any of you guys in the UK have had that happen to your W.H. Smith, which looks just the same, but just called something else now. Anyhow, I really like that colour. I love the way it's a lovely foil for that kind of tealy blue. It's just a sticker that I had, and I just thought I'd go a bit mental with the bright pink with the numbers. That's again, I think, from the Vintage Home book. And this is from that country, the flowers, British flowers, is it? Oh, can't remember now. Gorgeous anyway, gorgeous. And so this was, again, that's the other side of that, actually the side of the Vintage Home page. And this, I've just popped in actually. It was a wedding anniversary, and last week, and some friends, my really good friend, I'll give you a shout out, Jane, thank you, sent us some flowers, and we got them on Saturday, and I just thought, you know, I love that. And in fact, it was wrapped inside in a beautiful, which I've packed away now, a beautiful paper that I'm going to use for my summer journal, definitely. It's very Katie Daisy inspired, I think. This is something that I sort of layered up a little while ago. Wanted to pop in here. Yeah, that's from Daphne's Diary. I loved it. I love it because it gives you all the different lists of the different wildflowers and a little thingy about them. And I just thought that looked pretty in there. Folded there. Oh yes, it isn't what we say or think that defines us, but what we do. When I was doing the book, decorating the journal for my brother, I picked out some of these quotes, and these were Timu ones, I think, but I loved that one. I've got some really nice ones, just thought-provoking ones, and this was this one here. As I'm a year older this month, and I loved this. I thought, with mirth and laughter, let old wrinkles come. That's the Merchant of Venice. I've just popped that in because I think it's fab. I think it's a fab. So that was another one. I like that. I just popped that in. And this one as well. Don't look back. You're not going that way. And that's a really good thing to try and remember, isn't it, for all of us? This is just, again, this is a little something from one of the pages from the Vintage Home, and as is this one that I've just folded over the page. And I did actually sew on that. I did sew on. I love the feel of it. I like the way that pink sort of, I love it against that green. I love it against the green. But I really enjoyed the way it just pulls out the floral on the curtain. This is the Vintage Home as well. Beautiful, beautiful. This I wasn't, it wasn't so sure. In fact, I did cover the other page. This is from Daphne's Diary. I thought I'd like. I love the idea of the different coffees. I just don't like the bright white page. I think that's what it is. I don't do bright white pages. Not for me. It's not for me. But there you go. I thought I'd leave that like that. And the other side, if you see that, this is from, that was gorgeous. That's a Timu pet tape. So did I do it on that one? Oh, I thought I popped it on. Oh yes, I did, under there. That was some of that as well from that pet tape. Anyway, anywho, moving on. 30th, again, that I love that sort of embroidery type thing. Reminds me of stuff we used to do at school when I was little. And I just thought I'd leave that plain, apart from a bit of faux stitching. I did it all around the edges. I should have done it here, shouldn't I, as well? Oh yes, this is from Granny Chic, I think, the Granny Chic book. And I cut it out. And I did sew all around it. Yeah, that's real stitching in the green. I don't know if I should have done it in that pink, actually. Anyway, I was going to put it, I had thought of putting it on the big calendar at the back. This one. But I didn't in the end. That's when I first cut that out. That's the big, whose is it? The Daphne's Diary one? Yeah, Daphne's Diary annual yearly calendar. So that's really good for adding things in. I'm just going to keep it as is and just pop it, tuck it into the back of each journal as I go through the year and add to it. But I was really pleased. Really pleased how, yeah, kind of layered it. But that's originally what I was going to do. I had in my mind. Anyhow, I didn't. I've popped it there. I've washed this Daphne Diary, one of the postcards that came with the diary planner. Love it. I cut it down. It had like quite a wide white border, and I cut it down and just sort of, did I glue the edges? Not glue the edges, did I? No, I was going to ink the edges and never did. But I paired it with that. Love that. And I just, I don't know if you noticed, I've done, this is all just collage together, and I've just put some faux stitching in different places on there. And it kind of creates the illusion close up of different layers. This is from the Vintage Home. I love it. And I like, so I popped, this is from the Timu Springtime, and I just popped that in there. This is going to be, so on a Sunday Bible study, has like a focus scripture and theme, and I've just decided that to put in one place. I think I'm going to just through the month pop them in. It's really a good reminder at a glance of the things that we've covered. And then actually on the day, I journal about just anything that really stood out to me. Yeah, this is something, this beautiful wallpaper my good friend in my congregation gave me, and I've decided I want to do some pockets with that. It might be a project for later on in the month, some pockets and to place some postcards in. I love this. Again, this is what's it called, cowslip, but I really like that. I might try and work on that, pop it on the back of on a card and maybe paint it or color, even just colouring it. But anyway, for now I've just popped it in here because that's probably where I'll place it once I've done the pockets that I fancy. Books I'm reading, things that I'm watching. That's really, really fun to look back on. I've been doing it now for, well, I've been looking back on this time last year, and it's really nice to be able to look at things. And also with my friend, we're doing our monthly movie club where we're watching some really old classics. So that's really nice to write about. So we watched Casablanca. We watched last week. Never seen it before. And we watched Brief Encounter last month, I think. And Dr. Zhivago, I think, is going to be on our next on our list, but that's going to be, we have to think about that because it's quite long. But anyway, it's really nice to have a little space to think, you know, to actually pop down my thoughts on different things like that and go to look back. I love this. Absolutely love it. It does flip up. So I can journal underneath. But I wanted it to, just to Franken page this really. That on there. This is a Daphne's Diary monthly overview. And I will go in and I'll colour this, I think. Maybe even add a bit of lace. I picked up some lace on Saturday. I'll show you. I picked up some lace on Saturday. But I don't know, I really need to just get on now with filming this and starting to use it. So I might, just to give you an idea. My daughter's doing a sewing lesson tomorrow, and she picked this up for her tote bag, which is gorgeous. Isn't it lovely? Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so we picked that up, and then I also picked this up for this month's journal pages. I thought was gorgeous. But yeah, do you know what? It's just time, isn't it? It's time, but that might go, I think. Not quite nicely there. I think I might have to do it. So that might be an addition off camera, and maybe have that page as well, that side as well. I don't know. So I've picked that up. I picked this up as well. I used this in my spring journal last year, I think, with the blue. And I picked this up, maybe I might save this for summer. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Oh my word. That goes really nicely with this. Oh dear, I'm in trouble. Doesn't it go? Oh, anyhow. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. I might go that way. So that's more or less it, I think. Yes. So that's the overview for dates. So anyway, I thought, yeah. So I love that, but I thought I might just share this with you. This is something. I've smudged it. One of my anniversary presents from Hubs is it's a little trial box of fragrances for something called Saltworks Perfumery, which so you get the little box of samples and then you choose what you want after that. It smells divine. I did start to open it. I thought, well, do you know what? And then I started to look through it. When I started to look through it, oh, I couldn't believe how it comes. So those are the little scents, which are beautiful, and they smell, oh. But for us journal persons, I think, let me just pop that down like that. Maybe that might be a bit. It came with this as well. So this is the little brochure that tells you all about the different fragrances. But when you start to, let me just have a look. Just look at these. Just look at that. So this is the idea of basically what the fragrance is like. I wasn't expecting this at all, but I just love this. And just how you can make a note So that's a little perfume, a fragrance journal on its own, isn't it? Isn't that gorgeous? So I thought, you know what, I'm going to share this because it's beautiful. So this one's for Bambushka, lemongrass, magnolia, peach, bamboo, santal and musk. I'm not a really flowery person. This sounds nice, red berry. So this is called apple tipple. Oh, you know, isn't that lovely? And then this one, cherokee, almond cherry, dolce de leche, osmanthus, is that a flower? Oud and leather. I'm going to have to look up that word, define it. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, all these fragrance, all these little pictures, these images, journal covers all on their own, aren't they? They really are. So this, I don't know, I have to do it and maybe stick it into a journal. What do you think? Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So this is Copacabana, and you've got deep red. What a gorgeous, that's a really lovely autumnal, I think. Oh, Bulgarian rose. This one is called honeyberry. Honeyclove, papyrus, meadows. Oh, do you know what? So I don't know. I may, as I go through on my monthly, I could always share with you what I've decided. That is beautiful, beautiful. So I just looked at the first one. South Peach, this one's called. But that's just, and this one is Tabac Nui. Oh, lovely. What did you discover? Oh, curious about more. So this gives you, I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, I just thought that I'd share that with you because it's just joyous, isn't it? It's just joyous. So, let's go over here. So, yeah. That sounds lovely. So just thought I'd share it. I'm not affiliated or anything. But I know that you love images as I do. Right, that's it. I'm going. Have a lovely April, guys. I might try and share a little bit with my, what's his name? If I get to do some projects, sort of journal with me, working with my journal or through it during the month. Yeah, so thank you for joining. Thank you for your time. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed sharing with you, and I'm going to start working in it now. Just need to add my daily scripture, and then I can start working in it. Take care. See you soon. Bye.